Biscuits, it's Cupcake Kamisama back here, and I'm interrupting the 10-day Lolita challenge schedule that I've only just begun to get back onto something more regular for this channel. A haul! It's not an unboxing because I couldn't resist myself, and I thought I have several things coming in, so it might be better if I just do a haul rather than unboxing. As you can gather by the title, this is summer sales, absolutely kicking my bank account in with various deals, various discounts, and these are the things I decided to pick up for myself for whatever reason. So let me go in chronological order of how I purchased things. First is this absolutely adorable tartan JSK from Heart E. I have never purchased anything from that brand before. I spotted this one on Wonderwelt. Quite recently I decided that I'd like to get some tartan pieces in, namely because there's something that's quite versatile. You could just dress them up casually, you could dress them up for Christmas, you could dress them up for punk, wherever you fancy, as well as I feel like tartan pieces might be a little bit more versatile in terms of blending them into your regular wardrobe. I could throw a blazer over it or a cardigan, wear it to work, and no one would really bat an eyelid. They'd just go, this is an interesting dress. I've already worn it a couple of times. It features full back shirring, as well as a side zip, so maximum ease of getting in. Very comfortable. I wasn't sure as to what Heart E's sizing might be like, so I tried to look them up on the library. This particular piece wasn't listed anywhere. I've no idea what year it might be from, how old it could be. I found pieces in similar cuts with similar features like full back shirring, and from that I've gathered that I should be able to fit. And it might be one of the most comfortable JSKs I own. It's an A-line cut, quite distinct, and it hits ever so slightly above the knee. However, because of the way it's cut, as well as because of the fabric being slightly heavier, it sits well. Even without a petticoat, you wouldn't be able to fit anything more than a cheapy one anyway. But if you wear a petticoat with it, you get a nice flare, you can accentuate that flare. If you don't, it sits quite nicely and gathers a little bit around your hips and legs. So I can't remember how much it was. I think it was 5,000 yen-ish, around that mark. Sounds plausible because that's something I'd be very comfortable spending. So yeah, I found a piece that ticks all my boxes in a place I never expected it to. I will now pay more attention to Heart E as a brand because the quality is really nice, the construction is really nice, fits comfortable. As far as I've gathered, not only are they fairly cheap secondhand, they're also slightly cheaper compared to other Lolita brands when new. I think a lot of the dresses I was able to find on the library said that original price when new was around 18,000 yen, which, given that your standard AP tends to go for 25 and up, it's a pretty good deal, and it will be an investment in quality, so definitely worth it. Along with the Heart E JSK, I also got a dress from Alice and the Pirates from Wonderwelt. Or actually, it would be more appropriate to say that because I was already getting the Alice and the Pirates dress, I decided to go for the one from Heart E as well. It's this beauty. This is Rosier Fleur. As far as I can gather, it's the original release from 2012, but I'm not entirely sure. It sat in my wish list on Wondervelt's website for months, definitely months. And I stumbled upon it when I was still on the lookout for a gothic piece. So I first came across this in black. Actually no, I first actually found this exact one and thought, ooh, that would be a nice gothic piece. Maybe if I find the black one, that could be the gothic dress I end up getting. However, I never managed to find a black one, and this kept sitting there, and then summer sales hit, and this ended up getting discounted, until I just went, do you know what, I have all these points, I don't have any current dream dress that I'm desperate to save up my points for, let's splash and get this. The camera's picking it up as more whitish ivory, however, whilst it is ivory, it's slightly more yellow toned, which you can't really tell. Just like all my other Alice in the Pirates dresses, the waistline of this sits slightly lower, meaning pretty much exactly where my natural waistline is, which I adore. I love the fact that Alice in the Pirates as a brand does that cut a lot more, because A, it makes for a more flattering fit for someone like me, and B, it's slightly more mature, which you want from such an elegant piece. Even though this is absolutely 100% polyester, everything on it, probably except for the ribbons, is polyester. It's exceptional quality, it's very soft, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, but it's slightly sheer, and it's just layers and layers of thin bits of fabric. There's that polyester overlay, there's polyestery mesh with a bit of stretch there, and then the underskirt, the satiny where the lace is attached to. And it essentially is a floral piece, if you want to be really pedantic. The pattern that's woven into the fabric is floral. I think I counted 3 different kinds of rose lace. The bow up here is detachable. It originally sat at the waist, but I moved it up there. There's a panel of shirring. It stretches very nicely. My only downside would be that the waist ties are not detachable. However, they are of the slim variety, which makes them slightly easier to tie yourself because you're not feeling as much pressure to get the perfect bow. The zipper on it, when I tried it on, is jamming ever so slightly, but I think that might be more to do with age rather than anything else, although I'm not entirely sure. And it is an absolutely stunning piece. I'm very glad that I got it. I feel that I'll be able to wear it in so many different ways because it is a solid piece, so you literally just need another colour. And without a word of a lie, whilst I'm not planning for this to be the case, I did think to myself once this arrived that should I ever happen to get married and never find a conventional wedding dress that I'd like, this is something that I could wear. This is beautiful enough to be a wedding dress, and the only thing that guests would be commenting on is that it's a shorter wedding dress. I'm actually thinking that if we use Rosier Fleur as a benchmark for wedding dresses, quite a lot of them would come out looking really cheap and tacky. So that was my Wondervelt order. I didn't get anything else from there, although at the same time as I was getting this, I got some bits from Axis Fam from summer sales that I'm not going to feature here. They're for my day-to-day wardrobe. And then I started going off on second-hand sales, because Buy had one of their regular discount codes if you're buying from Rakuten, as well as I decided to take the plunge and grab a couple of pieces that I had my eye on. First is something that I have had my eye on for a while. This gorgeous blouse is from a Japanese brand called Millefleur. I realised that there's quite a few people who are unaware of Millefleur, which is slightly saddening. They're not the biggest of Japanese brands. If anything, I'd compare them to Atelier Pierrot, in the sense that they mostly do classic pieces, some of which would be appropriate for Gothic, or some of which might lean into Gothic. They're sort of treading that boundary between very elegant Gothic or very elegant classic. And this blouse is something that is in stock pretty much all the time. They have it in various colours, from basics like ivory and black to pastels. This was sold as sacks, so you can imagine my joy at having another shade of sacks in my wardrobe. There was also pink. I believe they call it burgundy, but on the photos it looks pretty purple. A couple of other ones. This was for sale at Tokyo Alice, which is a second-hand Lolita shop that's exclusively online. As far as I've gathered, they do not have a physical branch, but their store is on Rakuten, meaning that I was able to use that discount code. And like I said, I've been eyeing this blouse for a while. I've been building myself up to getting one, and then I thought, do you know what? When, if not now? I am absolutely in love with this piece. For one, it's fully shirred here. Even though I got this from a second-hand shop store, I'm not sure if this has been worn because the shirring still feels brand new. Shirring is quite plentiful, stretches well. There's shirring, tiers of shirring all the way down the sleeve. There's lots of shirring here. And this little bit of ribbon here is threaded through some ladder lace at the top, so you can either wear it as you would, like this, and then it kind of ends up being a bit of a square neck, or you can wear it off your shoulder and then use the ribbon here to adjust the shirring to make sure that it sits very nicely. And when I tried it on, this panel of shirring sits very close, if not on, my natural waist, and then this little ruffle here flares out, further accentuating the waist. So it is something that I would consider wearing with a skirt or on top of a skirt, although it's just beautiful and works really well with JSKs as well. I'm not mad at the fact that this is another shade of sax, because in real life, to me right now, looking at it, it looks like a bluish mint, but very dusty. And it's a shade that I feel I'd be able to use with quite a few of my dresses. It's a shade that, in the right light, it would almost look greyish, and despite the fact that it's a colour, I feel like it'll be quite versatile. The lace on this is absolutely stunning. There's 2 tiers of rose lace at the neckline and 2 tiers of that same lace at the sleeves, as well as that ladder lace up at the top. And like I said, I bought that from a second-hand seller. However, now that I have it, I am seriously contemplating going on Millefleur's website to see if maybe I could justify grabbing some of the other colours. Let's put it this way, I feel like this blouse, this style of blouse, should be the blouse you think of when you're thinking of classic blouses, because it's very versatile, it's very comfortable, the quality is superb, and it is something that you'd be able to style in quite an array of ways, as well as I am sure that it will be an extremely flattering cut on a variety of body shapes. And then last but not least was something that's slightly different from my wardrobe. I decided to buy myself a jacket, but not the it's winter and I'm trying to stay warm jacket. I decided to get myself a very elegant jacket. And I got this. Ooh, let's put it like that. This is, what's it called now? I think it's called Jacquard Swallowtail Jacket. It's by Metamorphose. And I got that at auction. I've actually had it saved again for quite a long time. No one seemed to be wanting it. And I decided to take the plunge. Whilst I'm not at the moment intending of getting into orgy, I bought it with the intention of wearing on top of dresses in a very elegant way, because that swallowtail cut is done in such a way that you could wear it on top of a JSK and on top of petticoat. However, once I put it on, I did think to myself, I have the jacket, I have lots of blouses that would work with the style, I have some socks, I probably could muster shoes, all I need is a pair of pumpkin shorts. So who knows, maybe orgy will happen for me, even though I never envisioned myself doing that. The material is superb. I mean, you can really feel the pattern on it, and it's very nice. It's very sturdy and thick, so it holds shape very well. Inside, as you can tell, it's lined with polyester. But because it's thick, whilst wearing something as light as Lolita, I could probably just throw that on a cool autumn day and not be bothered by the cold. The only thing I didn't notice when buying was that there's one button missing. There should be 4 here, there are 4 on the other side. However, those are very, very plain buttons. It's just flat silver. So I'll look for a replacement. And in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy this piece. This is something I didn't expect myself falling for, but I'm glad I did. And that's it. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. I promise I'm not giving up on a 10-day Lolita challenge after only one video. It will be coming back probably a week from now, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I hope you've liked this unboxing. Please, if you did, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support me further, I have set up a coffee page where you can buy me a cup of coffee, and that'll give me some extra boost of motivation and let me know that this is the kind of content that you want to see and will help me keep going and help keep putting these videos up. And as always, I encourage all of you to check out my blog, which is Cupcakes and Unicorns, where you'll find more Lolita content. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!